We need a striker, people. I know you can't draw too much into preseason. The key thing is fitness. Both teams, have a rotated lineup. A lot of these players probably will not be in the lineup if Arsenal versus Liverpool were to happen at the Emirates or in at Anfield or in the Champions or Premier League. That being said, we need a cold-hearted killer in front of goal. I know we got 91 Premier League goals, over 100 in all comps. I want the best of both worlds. I want a forward, and I want Kai Havertz and all of the guys that were doing well last season and those that were doing well the season before that weren't quite at the races last season to do what they're doing. And it is what it is. As I said, it's disappointing. I know it's preseason, fitness is the main thing, all of that kind of stuff. But as they also say, there's no such thing as a friendly in football. You want to win. It winning is contagious. It creates a winning atmosphere. There's a lot of fans from a lot of clubs or countries, better yet, a lot of countries that travel to America. There's a lot of Americans who don't get to see Arsenal week in, week out. So it would have been nice to obviously have won the game, people. It wasn't to be. Big up Liverpool, Fabio Carvalho getting himself in Arne Slot's thinking in relation to his first team plans. Harvey Elliott with some good assists, especially the one for Fabio Carvalho. And they did what they needed to do. From an Arsenal perspective, if I start off with the positives, I feel the young players, I feel Josh Nichols struggled. I think Lewis Skelly looked well and has looked good across the whole kind of pre-season campaign. Not really anything of significance from Ethan per se, but he's doing all right in that regards. I think the young players did well. I think the second half was a lot better. The only thing I can criticize us in the second half is that we didn't obviously test Kelly. I think we was more on the front foot. I think there was a reaction because clearly Arteta wasn't happy. It looked like we tweaked a bit of things, and Zinchenko, we was allowing him to be good at what he's good at rather than defensively in the first half. Salah fancied it every day of the week. And again, yes, we've rotated the team. It's not the first choice defense. There is going to be some issues in that regards. And I think the whole team for the first Liverpool goal was quite terrible. Gabriel's got tight. We're all at Kivior's over covering. We're at sixes and sevens, but Zinchenko has not looked over his shoulder. It's easier said than done stopping Mohamed Salah, but at least clock the run. Try and put him off that kind of run. When he is aware, or when our players are aware of Mohamed Salah, it's too late. He's put the ball in the back of the net. Take nothing away from Liverpool. They're a great side, but we presented them with those chances, and they showed why they're a quality side. They put the ball in the back of the net ×2. So first half, the damage was done. Second half, I think we was on the front foot a lot more. I think we dominated a lot more. I think we had them camped in their own half. I think with the introductions of when he did come on, Lewis Skelly, Jorginho, I think Trossard the same as well. You saw a better Arsenal. Even Fabio Vieira is a bit so-so, but I think there was a bit of a performance from him. I think Odegaard in the build-up play throughout the whole game was quality, if I'm honest with you. I think Thomas Partey was probably 5 out of 10. He let the game pass him by. I think Jorginho was good off the bench. I think Kivior was okay, but nothing to scream and shout about. And I think he kind of not struggled, but in terms of build-up plays, a natural left footer on the right-hand side. I think Gabriel did okay, apart from obviously the hand in the goals that the whole team has to take collective responsibility for. I think we should have took advantage of, some half chances of our own that Liverpool presented us with. We were pressing well, and maybe there could have been more. I mean, Gabriel Jesus sums up what Jesus is. Quality player, just not a cold-hearted killer in front of goal. Martinelli, I think he was trying to be a bit too clever and a bit too precise today, really. I don't think he played bad, but I think there's a lot more to come from it. So that's my thinking of the game, people. I'm a bit surprised there was no pens, but it is what it is in that regards. It's obviously disappointing to end the US tour with a defeat, but you have to keep it moving, man. There's more fitness in the legs. I know Kai Havertz scored, but I think the less we see of Kai Havertz in midfield, the better. But don't want to go overboard. Don't want to draw too much conclusions. End of the day is pre-season. We can't just, completely, disregard the performance under the guise of pre-season. And likewise, we can't do too much because it is pre-season. It's always a learning curve. We take the good, we try and make it great. We take the evident areas of improvement and we try and make it better. I don't think any of the fringe players really put down a marker beyond the young ones. I don't think they put down a marker and showed Arteta that they're kind of in the thinking. Probably a bit naive of me to expect Calafiori to be involved so soon. But from a selfish Arsenal fan point of view, and I'm sure if you're in America, you would have loved to have seen Calafiori play some sort of minutes. Of course, Timber couldn't play because, well, he's been rested by Mikel Arteta. So, you know, we're being a bit cautious with his ACL injury. And, you know, some players will get more minutes than the others. Now the attention is on the, you know, the English sort of leg of our preseason tour, really and truly. You know, the American tour was the middle. We started off in England. We're back in England now. We've got the Emirates Cup, where you'd imagine Aaron Ramsdale, Declan Rice, David Raya, Saliba, Bukayo Saka, and any player I've forgotten, they're going to join up with the boys, and we will see more of a stronger team throughout those 2 games against, I believe, Lyon and Bayern Leverkusen. I could be wrong. And then after that, it's what? Wolves at home, Aston Villa away. I know we've got City and Spurs and got some tough games in the first 5 games. And I only think you'll see the benefits of pre-season the first 5, maybe even 10 games into the season. But in relation to the last game, as I said, in America against Liverpool, we lost 2-1. Commiserations to us Arsenal fans. Congratulations to Liverpool. That's all I've really got to say, people. So on that note, you lot stay safe, stay blessed. Peace.
Always like